One thing I have to say for sure is episode 6 to episode 8 of I Am Laycon came off really strong and emotional. I mean, Laycon completely opened up for the world to see his vulnerability, and guys, I enjoyed watching every second of it.
It's not a game, it's a rich thing.
Hey guys, you're welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Glory Elijah, and this is Frankly Speaking with Glory. This is the girl with the tea. And guys, on this video, I'm going to be talking about I Am Laycon, but I will be starting off with the new episodes that are available on Showmax. I'm going to be talking about episode 6 today. Episode 6 really got me in my feelings, and I have a lot to say about it. Okay, so you need to watch till the end of this video. But before I continue, guys, hey, if you are new on my channel, if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please, it's quite easy and it's completely free. Hit the red subscribe button to become a part of this family. And if you always want to receive a lot of my videos, guys, I am currently giving analyses and commentaries on the ongoing Big Brother Naija highlights, and as well as other topics, all the social issues, guys. So hit the white bell button to turn on post notifications. That way, whenever I upload a new video, you will always be the first to get a lot of my videos. Now let's get into the main analysis proper. Don't forget, I will be having my YouTube live stream by 3 p.m. West African time tomorrow. Tomorrow is Saturday, guys, so do not miss out. We are going to be talking a bit more about Baby Naija lockdown highlights and many more. So 6 of I Am Laycon started on a sour note for me. If you cast your minds back to episode 5, you remember that was the episode that Laycon's brother Yomi set him up on a blind date with an Abuja-based OAP called Tomiwa. Okay, so when that blind date started off in episode 5, I was like, okay, this looks kind of romantic. And for the fact that Laycon said, you know, on the show that that was sort of like the first time he was doing something like that, I was really looking forward to some enlightening conversation. Of course, we know that for reality TV shows, they do not, you know, feel the need to allow us listen to an entire conversation that spans out between two people. So they will just give you bits and pieces of the conversation like that. So I was expecting to actually hear some sort of enlightening conversation between these two people, but then I was quite disappointed when the Tomiwa girl started asking Laycon questions about, you know, his likeness for Erica whilst he was still in the lockdown mansion. I'm talking about while he was still on the BB Naija show. And then I started having some red lights, like, okay, is this completely necessary at all? Now, when she asked that question, two things came to my mind. Number one, I felt like, okay, this is completely wrong. You came for a blind date with, yes, someone who was one of the participants of a reality TV show. Don't you think it's actually wise to focus on that person and enjoy your date? You know, was it her just being, I don't know, too inquisitive, you know, coming on with her OAP mode, coming on with her interviewer mode, that kind of thing? That was the first thought that came to my mind. It was a complete turn off for me. Then the second thing that came to my mind was it planned for Tomiwa to actually ask Laycon that question so that he would use that opportunity to clear the air? Because remember, when Laycon told Erica whilst in the lockdown mansion that he liked her, people felt that he was telling Erica that, hey, I like you, I would love to date you, I want you to be my girlfriend, you know. So that was what people thought. Some people thought that maybe he was just telling her that he liked her platonically and not romantically. So just as I thought, yeah, she asked him that question, and although Laycon was like, okay, you are coming on with your interview mode, you know, and she was like, oh well, that she's very active on Twitter. So as at that point in time when Laycon and Erica's name was just throwing raves here and there, that she also tweeted a couple of times about, oh, when somebody likes you, when you tell someone you like the person and the person doesn't like you back, it's not a must that the person should like you back or be your girlfriend, that kind of thing. That was what she was tweeting about. So she wanted to know, like, she was hell-bent on getting an answer to that question. And Laycon used that opportunity to explain to her that, listen, what I said to Erica in the house was, I like you. I did not say to Erica, I want us to date or any other thing like that. The only thing I said said to Erica was, I like you. That was the only thing I said, you know. So even though Laycon took that opportunity to clear the air about that statement, I still felt uneasy, you know, with the Tomiwa girl. I also noticed that after Laycon gave that response, her countenance kind of changed, and then she started acting overly official with Laycon. And what I could perceive, you know, at that moment, of course, guys, this is based on what I saw because I was not there, so I cannot for sure say what other things they had talked about, you know, whilst that scene was being filmed, okay? But what I saw was, I saw that her countenance changed. She probably wasn't really satisfied with the answer that Laycon gave to her, or she wasn't really convinced with the answer that Laycon gave to her. So I felt like she went stiff. I felt like she wasn't comfortable anymore. I just felt like she just started acting overly official, and then the part where both of them kept on going on and on with the it was nice meeting you, it's been fun all the way, it's been fun. And then I was asking myself, like, okay,
what's been fun? It's not like you guys were playing bang bang bulu, 10 10 10 10, open and close. It's not like you guys were playing, so what's been fun?
So instead, I felt so much tension. I felt like that question she threw at Laycon, it made Laycon completely uncomfortable. So I felt like towards the end of their dinner date, they were just trying to be very forceful with the, oh, I had fun, I had so much fun, that kind of thing. So guys, my verdict about that date was that the date was a total flop. Although Laycon was able to achieve, you know, the opportunity of clarifying or clearing the air about the statement of I like you, Erica, you know, but for me, I felt like it was a complete flop. Yes, and trust me, I would not want I don't want Laycon and that girl to even have anything in reality. I don't want them to date. Nah. She'll be coming with her OAP vibes to come and be asking Laycon questions. I don't want them to date. Episode 6 of I Am Laycon made me really sad, because if you had looked at Laycon closely, you find out that Laycon looked really sick. He looked really drained. Yeah, and I can totally understand, because, you know, I feel like this whole recording and all of that, it started, I think, maybe a month or two right after he came out of the lockdown mansion, after he won the season 5 of Big Brother Naija. So dude has been making appearances, going for interviews, going for recordings, you know, doing a lot of brand signings, endorsement signings, so many things. He's been all over the place. He's been extremely busy, and I guess he has not really had time to rest as at that time. So if you had looked at him closely in episode 6, you see that this guy looked really sick and drained and exhausted and tired, like he completely needed a break, you know. And I felt really sorry for him, and I felt scared for him at the same time. And it also cast my mind back to what his elder brother had been telling him, you know, that listen, you have to rest regardless, no matter what you do. At least look for time in a day to take a breather and just take account of your day, just to rest, you know. And in as much as I was feeling sorry for Laycon, it was really funny, the part where he had to take injections from the nurse. Guys, Laycon was just shouting. You know, watching Laycon scream about the nurse trying to give him an injection, it was just very funny, guys. I won't lie to you, I was laughing so hard. And Laycon's brother, Yomi is that kind of sibling that you don't want to have around you when you want to take injection, because that guy, he will laugh at you to ridicule, laugh you to scorn. Yomi was just laughing at Laycon. He couldn't even say sorry, you know, but it was actually fun watching Laycon screaming, ah, God, hey, you know. And I can totally relate, you know, when Laycon was telling the nurse that, hey, I cannot feel my bum, you know, because guys, I am just that sort of person that I do not like taking oral drugs or oral medication, but I would rather take a drip, or I would rather take an injection. But at the end of the day, after I finish taking like 10 injections, I will not even be able to feel my bum anymore. So it was just very funny, because I could completely relate with what Laycon was going through. But to be realistic, guys, I felt really sorry for Laycon. I just felt like moving forward, Laycon's management, they need to take note of his health, because already he has a variant of sickle cell, and people of that nature, they do not need too much stress in their lives. They do not, otherwise they are going to be having episodes constantly, you know. So Laycon's management need to take good care of that young man. An interesting and beautiful thing that happened on episode 6 of I Am Laycon was when Laycon, his brother Yomi, and his best friend BC took out time to go down memory lane by appreciating all the frames, picture frames that his fans had given to him right from the moment he stepped out of the lockdown mansion. Guys, the frames were so many. I was even thinking that, wow, if Laycon were to create like a photo gallery in his house, he has enough photo frames already to do all of it, because they were beautiful. Some of them were drawn, some of them were picture taken, you know, different variations of Laycon, you know, in his element doing his thing. Laycon smiling, Laycon making music, Laycon singing, Laycon posing, so many frames like that. And it completely, I love the fact that Laycon's brother Yomi had to do that, you know, because just as he said to Laycon, it was a way to remind Laycon that, listen, the people that actually took out time to present these frames to you, they did it to show appreciation for the entertainment that you dished out to them whilst you were in the lockdown mansion. They did it to show appreciation to you that, hey, they love you and they are a fan of yours. You put smiles on their faces, you taught them something, you impacted something in their life one way or the other. And I love the fact that Laycon had to take a breather, take a moment. He paused and then he said thank you. At that moment, I knew that that thank you was actually legit. It was genuine. It came from his heart of heart. Now, another part that was really, really emotional for me was the part where, remember, Laycon and his brothers, they had been looking for a way to do some sort of memorial for their late dad. But then unfortunately, because of the COVID-19 protocols that exist in the country, you know, everybody has to maintain social distancing. You cannot organize a large gathering, that kind of thing. They could not really do what they wanted to do. And so it gave all three of them a moment to pause, to reflect. And it was quite emotional, guys, because I mean, these are men. You know, so it's easy to watch women, you know, break down and all of that, but these are men and they had the camera in front of them, so they could not really break down the way they wanted to. Overall, guys, that was why I said at the beginning of this video that I Am Laycon episode 6 to 8 was very, very emotional, guys. This one I have to give kudos to the director, the producers, to Laycon, to his brothers, all the people that actually made this one work. It was quite worth the watch, guys. What do you think about I Am Laycon episode 6? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, especially the dinner scene, you know, between Laycon and the OAP lady. I would love to know your own thoughts about that one in the comment section below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys in another episode of Frankly Speaking with Glory. Bye.